Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chubowski in the second round of his first week, fighting Slats from the guild, Knights of the Old Gamma, 754k lifetime, and he has 4 Galactic Legends but no ultimate on Sith Eternal Emperor, so I've got a GL advantage, and as a result I figured I'd only set 1 on defense, but as you can imagine the one that he might struggle most against, which in this case is JMK, so he has already attacked. He failed on JMK and didn't do any damage, so I'm gonna take a wild guess that he's not gonna clear. And in the front zone he one-shot all these teams. I put a broken Padme team in the front. I'm kinda curious what he's gonna be using, or rather what he used against it, because I kinda like the idea of still setting that, as Padme still has a really annoying kit. There are many teams that cannot take her down. So even if you set a weird composition like this, I think it can still do quite well. And I didn't really want to set an inferior version of JMK. So this is what I ended up settling for, and then putting it in the front so that he already has to commit to something that adds some extra annoyance as well. So it might be something I repeat, but it really depends on what he used to take it out. And then over here, I think like he's still sort of in the process of attacking. Seems like he just took out Grievous. Yeah, I just finished like Merc raids, territory wars. Bit of a busy day. He's got a lot of weak teams over here, so I'll just probably fast forward through this as it's not particularly interesting to look at. And then down here he has a Padme team, Grievous and Darth Revan. So those are a bit stronger. And I guess like he is also hiding a Galactic Legend in the back. I really hope so for him, because on my front wall, I think he did like a 55 and a 49 or something, which are pretty low considering those teams, so he's gotta have a bunch of GLs in the back. I really don't know how else he could be dropping this many banners if he doesn't have multiple over there. So I'll get started here and I'll use my Sith here. Probably drop some banners in the process, but the main risk being that Vader hits a bit too hard and I piss off Anakin. That has happened. So that's why I figured I'm going to use this team first and then see how it goes. It's been a while since I've done this, so I should take my time. Since Vader hits pretty hard, I don't really want to start with a Force Crush, which I sometimes do. So instead I'll just go into Merciless immediately. Then I'll crush on, say, GK here. Saber Throw on Anakin. Which drops him to under half. Unfortunate that I didn't ability block Padme, that's quite an important one. Do this. And I'm almost at full turn meter. So I'm just going to do a basic here to ability block Kenobi, which also didn't land. Now it's starting to get really annoying. Okay, dispel all of those. And I'll hopefully get some stuns at least. I've got the Isolate over there, so I should be able to pick him off here. It's really tempting to pick off Padme, but not a smart idea at all. Better to play it safe. I'll just bleed some protection banners on a couple of characters. But it's certainly better than going down to Anakin's Wrath. Remember the last time I did this, it went really ugly. I was not happy with that at all. Okay, pick her off. And it should be a lot easier from here on out. Can probably kill R2 with dots or some kind of Force Crush. And maybe keep protection on 3 of the characters, that would be great. Definitely need to try to kill her. And maybe I can even protection recover on Scion, that would be awesome. Let's try and do that. No, okay, it's 2 turns away. That's not gonna happen. I mean, I can try and stall. Maybe Traya can reduce the cooldowns. It's a Gear 8. Gear 8, Relic 8 GK, so this should actually do it. And that should be a 59. Awesome. So I'm gonna try to use as little GLs as possible here in the front, though I don't think historically he ever set multiple in the back, so it might just be that he's not the most talented player. But it's also possible he used 2 GLs in the front on my wall and then only had 1 in the back, and that one didn't work out against JMK. So against Grievous here, I'll use my Jedi. Because you never really taunt with him anyway, you don't want him to take a whole lot of a beating. So we swap, we stun, dispel that and hope that B2 doesn't go yet, but he does. It's okay though, because now the dispel already happened and then I can put up the buffs. So it's not too shabby. That's not amazing though, very low damage there. And no kill here just yet, there we go. So it's perfect because Grievous was about to take a turn anyway, and then you make sure that you don't get double AoE'd. So I'm gonna stun him here. Nice, that's great. And probably wait a little bit before I hit him, or he's gonna cleanse. I don't want to hit Newt either, he will go down in 1 hit. So let's just focus on B1 for a little bit. I can swap to someone with some decenter meter, probably. Let's swap to Bastilla. So she gets the buff back sooner. Almost killed there, holy. It's just a gear 12 Bastilla, what is happening? Okay, great. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna take some hits here. But still got my protection up, so that's actually alright. All this to preserve Old Ben. Well, rather Old Ben than Mace under JML. But who knows, I end up undersizing that one anyway. Okay, just keep going. Get a stun on Newt, I guess, so that I have time to finish off B1. Though maybe killing him now isn't a bad idea. Because he's gonna get that other turn. And I think pretty much everyone's full. And there we go. Gets me an extra banner too, I suppose. That leaves the Darth Revan team. Now there's a bunch of options there. I guess the most straightforward one for me is just going to be SLK. I was thinking he might have SEE in the back because that's his non-ultimate, so maybe he figured if I put that in the back I can make like life difficult and like try to drain SLK in the front. But even if he does that, I should have troopers available, I have Rey available, and I have SEE available to solo it. So considering Darth Revan's here, Darth Revan's not going to be under SEE, so there's really nothing to stop any of the other counters. So the SLK solo win rates are not amazing against this specific Darth Revan lineup, and I guess a lot of those numbers have to do with the Relic 7 Marauder that can really hit crazy hard, and you first having to focus on Sith Empire Trooper. So instead of sending in a solo, I'm just gonna sacrifice a couple banners there for the certain win by adding Hux and First Order Officer. Or maybe just Hux is enough. If I can pass a turn, let's just do that. Though the downside is if he drops a bit, then SLK gets death marked and there's a bit of extra damage. Yeah, maybe I just bring First Order Officer as well. So with those, I should be able to pick off their entire team. I think. I hope. Well, he's dead. Yeah, like this speed order is not ideal. But let's just see what this does. Probably Malik's gonna drain, and that's gonna cost me a banner. It's okay. Wow. That was pretty sweet. Yeah, I figured he was gonna do it again. Oh, actually, that didn't trigger a threshold. Wow. Well, I'll take the 61. That's strange. I don't think I've ever seen that. General Skywalker in the back. Wow, very unusual. Can't say I was expecting this. A Dooku-led Django Droideka mission and Zaalbar. Well, I mean, it does give Django a chance to get some damage done, but that's pretty odd. Let's see, how squishy is General Skywalker? A bit too squishy. I'm not a fan of that, and he's got very high offense. How fast is Rex? 290. Okay, then I think I'm gonna use SE Watt there. Just to play it safe. Yeah, I gotta play it safe here because that gas is so squishy. And my SE has way too much offense. I think I would topple him way too soon. Which would be bad for business. I mean, I've got backup options, but I'd really rather not lose a fight over 3 potential banners gained. Okay, just sat down. I wonder if with the tank tech I'm able to trigger the sacrifice and still make it. Let's not find out, but I'm curious. I'm sure some people have tested this accidentally, but I do have quite a lot of survivability on my team here. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep killing 5s and I'll link Arc and Echo. Maybe Rex, he takes some more turns. Let's do Rex and Arc. Rex actually got a turret, that's pretty uncommon. I don't see that much. From the AI anyway. So one really important lesson here, that everyone will screw up at some point if you don't think about it, but if you use the ultimate and you try to kill the linked targets, 5 sacrifice is still gonna do its thing. Even if you kill multiple, etc. So don't do that, especially if you're not bringing Watt. That will not end well for you. Now it's fine to use it. And there are the crits to reduce the cooldowns. Instant 1 hit from everything I've stacked, obviously. Okay. Now the rest of the fights, like I mentioned, I don't think they're particularly worth watching. The guy went super light on defense with no Galactic Legends and somehow just lost a lot of banners and couldn't get through in the back. So that's a bit of a pity. And I'll fast forward the other fights, but not gonna do commentary and everything because, like, honestly, I don't know what to show you, what you don't already know. So I hope you had a good round, and keep watching if you'd like to see how I beat these defenseless teams up. But otherwise, I'll hopefully see you in the next round. So what I can actually still voice over is the fleets, because he said both of the get 2 fleets on defense, so let me just go ahead against those. I've got my Malevolence on defense, so I'll have to probably use Radis on the his Malevolence, and over here hopefully make it through. So he's got the Rex lineup, and yeah, usually in these fights, as you know, the AI actually goes first, even though you have identical speeds. So for that reason I have to hit his Y-Wing first, so that it wastes this special. And now the moment of truth, there he goes. So unfun, but yeah, at least I survive. In some occasions here I've actually used the AoE to slow them down too, but does feel a bit risky. Not a huge fan of that. So for now I'll just do a basic to get a target lock on him. And then here this is always dicey too. If they were to do a group attack on me there, that could hurt a lot. But somehow the AI never seems to do that, fortunately, because it would be pretty ugly. And now just before I get to pick off their Anakin, the loyalty is gonna come in, as it always does. Ah, that's a bit... Oh, I might... Nope. I was 100% turn meter there, but seems like the capital ship went before me. And they actually called in Ahsoka rather than using the loyalty. That's even stranger. Well, okay. Lost my Y-Wing, but at least I've got some ships down. And this might already be the end here. Okay, very strange fight. They don't usually go this way. Very low banners, obviously. But that one's down. Then the Malevolence here. So 2 reinforcements. I'm gonna take a wild guess that it's probably Spy and like Razor Crest or something. Or Spy and maybe even Millennium Falcon. I kind of doubt it, but we'll have to see. So I'll have to do my best here with Radis, because that's the best option I've got. Xanadu Blood, Raise Millennium Falcon, and Ebon Hawk. Make sure it's Raise Millennium Falcon. I will absolutely mess that up one day. Yep, there we go then. So hopefully I remember all the moves, because this one has been a little while ago. So we just start with a special. Now we put the tenacity up on Houndstooth. Okay, here we use the days. Another special. Oh, this is not good. Taking far too much of a beating here. Alright, this is when we call in Xanadu Blood and cleanse Houndstooth with an assist. But I'm already a bit too low, so Spy here might just... Yep. Could have gone for Xanadu Blood there, who's already served his purpose, but of course they don't. He also immediately goes down, yeah. This is gonna be a rough one. I hope I can pick off some ships. Sunfac is almost done. But that might be all I get here. Because Raise Millennium Falcon is still a while out. Okay, it's at least one ship down. Let's call it progress. And Hyena I'm not gonna get through, so it's gonna have to come down to Rey if she makes it at all. This was the original Vulture, wasn't it? Yeah, I should definitely go for that one. At least I hope it was. Yeah, Sunfac was in the middle, that I remember for sure. Okay. So that's 2 ships down. Let's see if this can pick off a little bit more. Come on, hang in there, pal. If we can get to the Rada special, that would be amazing. the ultimate, I mean, probably not. I have 2 few resist. Oh, actually, it's right here. Are you kidding me? I thought it was still like 2 turns to go. That is great. Now hopefully Raised Millennium Falcon can do some good damage. Buff immunity here, so I'm gonna take advantage of that and lower Spy to make sure I definitely kill it. Wow, jackpot. Well, that could have ended a lot worse. 57 is low, but final score of 2669 is still very solid because I got to undersize pretty much all of his teams. Now in my fleet defense, yeah, as mentioned, I set my Malevolence and Executrix, so he would have had to use Radis against my Malevolence too. So would have probably ended with similar banners, and then I guess Finalizer against the Empire team isn't great either. So yeah, that's the end. I don't know if he did any more attacks here. He did. He took out Ahsoka. I'm guessing that might have been... I don't know how it could be SEE, but... yeah, maybe everyone afterwards healed back to full. I guess that could be it. So yeah, that's the match. Nothing too interesting. Looking forward to the final round. I actually had a guildmate in my bracket, but unfortunately he locked in without some mods, so I couldn't get through the first round, as he had quite a few teams that were missing someone. So won't be fighting him, but maybe we'll get another chance at some point. So see you all in the final round.